Hello, and welcome back to Doug Talks. Today I'm joined by not just company, but brothers, Brian and Sal, of their respective households. Today we'll be taking a deep dive into what it means to be existential and taking our time to dive and have fun. All right, we got the laughs out now it's time. All right, what's up, guys?
What it do, baby?
What's up, dog?
What's up?
Go.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go
Looks
first.
like Brian. Looks like Brian's going first. Brian, what is death?
When you cease to exist, I guess.
So
I think about it. It's weird here. It's weird to think about it because it's like everything you experience feels like forever because the only thing you do experience is being alive. So it's like almost like in a way, life is infinite because I don't think you really even like know when you die.
right.
So it's tough to say like what that is, but I guess in a physical sense, just when your heart stops beating.
Right. So do you believe in any kind of afterlife?
I think it's kind of like just lights out, but in a way that like you don't even notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, do you remember what it was like before you were born? Like, no. I think it's just kind of like that. You know.
So it's like a cycle.
It's a cycle. We experience life linearly. That's just because of the only way we've done it before. You know, maybe like
we're not breaking the time barrier.
Maybe after you die, you're experiencing it more like four-dimensionally, where you're just kind of like experiencing it all at once or something like that. Like a big painting with all the things that happened.
So you're saying,
or it could just be like, you know, like I said, like before you were born, and that's what life's. You kind of just experience it again. You wouldn't even know, you know. Dream.
So it's all a big mystery for Brian.
I definitely don't have the answers, man. I think if you do have answers, I want to hear them. But
Yeah. No,
probably.
This is why we talk. Well, you, Sal, is death real? I mean,
Death?
it is. What is death to you?
Death is a word.
Is a word.
Yes.
So
It's a word put to choose how something happens. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think anything dies. Everything is recycled. Plant dies, goes in the ground. It's food for worms. Regeneration.
We're all just worm food.
The best things are recycled.
that's a Nude Mood song. In case those listeners want to check that out. It's-
2023
camp.
Bandcamp, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say that's nice, but I think that's more like informative, you know, of each of your personalities. Everybody kind of gets stunned when I ask them what death is. What is death?
That's why you ask it.
That's why I ask it. Yeah. Because I don't think enough people are thinking about dying, you know?
I feel like I used to think about it maybe more than I probably should.
I think I've come to terms with it.
I think it's important.
I definitely spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Yeah.
I like to be reminded of it, like in the terms of just thinking about it, because you know, you might not be here tomorrow. You know, I might not be here tomorrow.
It's definitely one of those things that's crazy because you experience other people dying, but you never experience, I don't think, really the same way.
They say that you can, like, depending on how you die, that like your body gets like flushed with endorphins and stuff.
Like DMT gets released in your brain and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Sounds pretty trippy, man.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be like, if it's not, you know, of a illness or something, it's supposed to be, I think, like a little bit relaxing as you go.
Depending on how you die.
Depending on how, yeah.
It's cool to know the unknown.
Yeah, you just
Death
can't
is so
really
unknown.
come back
It's
from
such a mystery. It's
Tell me
it's
what
as
it-
mysterious as what the hell's in the ocean, you know, deep down, where
Yeah.
we've never touched
The
before.
Loch Ness Monster.
I think some of those things don't
Dude.
need to be known. You know?
There totally could be a Loch Ness monster. We have no idea.
Dude.
We know 4% of the ocean. We've just start explored. It's the same as the surface of Mars. We have no idea what's in the fucking ocean, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely be a plesiosaurus in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Okay. So I think we've delved into death long enough. What is my greater purpose? Which is to you, Brian. What is your greater purpose?
My personal greater purpose?
Yes.
Or just like, okay. Fuck, dude. I try to, I'd like to think that it's to make music. I think that's what I'm the best at. I've had this whole theory about like what musicians are, or like what makes you a musician. It's like, supposedly, I watched this whole fucking YouTube video that was explaining like string theory one time, and like,
Okay.
in a very dumbed down sense, it's like in the 10th dimension, there's supposedly these giant vibrating strings that those vibrations create all matter that like we have. Like that's like the energy source that creates all the fabric of the universe. And if they're vibrations, I think like a musician is somebody who can like
Controls.
interpret the vibrations and make
Interpret.
them, more accessible to people. Like we're almost like some sort of like conduit or something like that.
I like that.
For vibrations, or like we're just good at or I don't want to say good because it's objective, but we can organize them in a way that some people enjoy. So I feel like my greater purpose would be to do that in a way that hopefully like.
So you want to be a vibration like wizard?
You want to be a vibrator.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean,
I'm a dildo. Yeah, that was super. What's the word? Pretentious.
I think it's sell well, Brian. I think you sell well.
No, it's good.
What color box would you come in?
Black.
Nice. Just black? Black and gold?
Label. No, it takes you by surprise when you pop the lid off. You don't even know what it is. It's a little mystery
Takes them by
box.
surprise when it comes out white and it's not black,
Sal, what's your greater purpose?
I feel like anybody's greater purpose in general is what they make of it. Like, I feel like in a way we're just squirrels, just running around with acorns, like what makes a squirrel have a greater purpose? I don't know. It's also perspective. Maybe for them, just eating the acorns and shitting them out and creating a new tree, that's their great purpose.
Yeah,
So
like
I think it's
survival.
perspective. What's that?
Like survival in a sense?
Survival, right. Regeneration.
Okay.
I mean,
Sal wants to thrive and
in big terms,
and conquer.
that's what we do as humans. I mean, my greater purpose, I feel like every day is, I kind of like, try to make myself the best I can for the day. you
Yeah.
know? But also realizing that, we're also very simple, just like that squirrel. We could just go about our days eating, shitting, sleeping, but it's like we're a bit more complex because we make ourselves to be more complex.
Yeah. I like the idea of perspective too, because if I went in and said, like, what's my greater purpose? It's like I think from my own perspective, I think it's to like influence. I like to like personally I like the idea of just having an influence, and that influence doesn't necessarily need to be negative or positive. It could be both, it can be neither. But I think leaving an impact is something of a greater purpose for me. Like, it's something I try to do. I try to make a connection. I don't know if it's in the grand scheme of things, you know, what connections are gonna go where, but that would probably be my greater purpose, is to make connections and influence others. How to gain friends and influence others by Doug Davenport. There's
Game of Thrones shit.
There's a book. There's a book. Yeah.
Buy it now. Amazon.
I like the idea of just every day trying to be the best you can, is like, you know,
Yeah. That day.
generic as that is, because it's really like all you can control is like
Yeah.
what you do with your day.
And sometimes that could be the most simplest thing.
Yeah. And if you do that every day, then you'll probably end up in a pretty good spot.
Right.
Okay.
Purpose is tough.
Purpose. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you two on Doug Talks.
Only 2 questions?
You want another? All right. Yeah, we're going. It's just
What are we at?
long.
What
We're at
time?
like 11 minutes.
Okay.
Usually they're like 10 minutes long, but we can go longer. We can do one more.
I'm curious now, so you have to do it.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a situation. Switch it up. You're a soldier, and you've been told that you'll be considered by a hero by the people you're trying to help, right? Then when you get there, they find out that they hate you. What are you doing?
Wait, so can you say that again?
You're a soldier. You've been told the entire time as a soldier that whatever you're doing is you're going to be considered a hero, and then you find out that what it is that you're doing is the people don't like it. How do you respond to that?
I would feel like annoyed with myself personally, because I trusted them and I didn't listen to my gut. Maybe my gut was not within it. If my gut was in it, if I was about what I was doing and people didn't like it, then screw them. But if I was just doing it because somebody told me to do it and it turned out to be bad, then I would be disappointed really in myself for not trusting my gut, maybe feeling like this is not what I like to do, or this is not something I should be doing or want to do,
Yeah.
and it would just come back to myself. Wouldn't blame anybody.
Yeah, if it's me, like, being a soldier, like, I definitely wouldn't enjoy that. It would be a situation where I was probably forced to be a soldier, because I don't think that's something that I would do.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are war people.
But
That question kind of reminded me of a modern day. This is gonna go there real quick. It kind of reminded me of a modern day issue that we're having right now, with the idea of if you get your vaccine, you're a hero, type of thing. And if you don't, you're not, and whatever, people hate you for it, type of thing.
There's definitely people that will argue both sides of that.
Exactly, and it's like, once again, back to that perspective, and like, if somebody's not into doing what they're doing as the soldier, and they do it, and they get hated for it, then
does the responsibility that you have of being the soldier outweigh what you're doing to the people that, that's kind of what I think the question is it outweigh?
Well, it completely depends on the fight, or like what you're assigned to do, because like, if it's, like you're assigned to help people, like, I don't know, if your job as a soldier is to save the cat from dying, and then you try to go save the cat, and somebody's like, "No, fuck that cat." Well, then or everybody there is like, they don't like cats, or it's like, cats. Then I'm probably gonna save the cat, dude. Those people are wrong. But if your duty is like, you're assigned to go bomb a village, you know,
Yeah.
or like the first thing I thought about was just literally the Vietnam War,
Right.
you know, where fucking communism, like, you know, and then you find
The
out
idea
like,
of it.
most people are just on a rice paddy trying to
Live,
chill, dude.
yeah.
Like, you know, they don't give a fuck about communism.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back to the cat idea, like, they might be saying, oh, yeah, you have to save this cat, but maybe the cat it shouldn't be saved because it's old of age and
Right.
it might be going out already, and it's like,
So completely
don't
depends.
save something that's not supposed to live on. You know?
Right.
Everything has an end.
Mm-hmm. Completely situational.
Yeah. I think that finding where you're comfortable with what is an end and where you need to put your resources to is definitely a balance. As far as the cat goes, you know, I don't know if I would try to save the cat if the people are gonna hate me for it. You know, is it like in a cat's life, like it's not like they're the most important, and like in that influence that I was talking about, like I would rather have the people be happy that like the cat died, I guess.
Dude, how's the cat dying, right? Is
Yeah.
it by natural causes? Is it nature doing what it does? Or is it something like it got hit and it lost a limb and that's how you want to save it? So
It's just a
Situation.
crazy butterfly effect too, because it's like, you know, it's kind of a huge fork right there, doing something or not doing something.
Yeah.
And the fallout of it, you know, because if you
Yeah.
don't save it, then the people who told you to save it are pissed at you.
Yeah.
That's a whole
Avenue.
trajectory, and then
Yeah.
you know, if you don't save it, then you know, you see with both sides. I think I just said the
Yeah.
same thing twice, but
No, yeah. Then the other people hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to live with the consequences of both of those. So that's something I think about like way too much too. It's like if I have a big decision to make, I'm like, this is literally like changing the fabric of my reality, and I'm like, you know, like
Yeah.
it's wild.
One little thing every day could severely change the outcourse of a year's time, you know?
Yeah, one flap of a butterfly's wings.
Yeah.
that's why I think too, even like on your point, Doug, like just the consistency of working out is more important than what exactly you do working out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like that pattern, you know,
Mhm.
the sense of a routine. and
See, that's just something you're like almost like, you mean like exercising?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's something
Yeah.
you're like way too close to really even like notice results or anything.
Right.
Like, but then gradually, it's like, oh wow, I'm running this same route and like I'm really not that tired after I'm done. You know, it's like you don't know, you don't even see anything like necessarily different happen right away.
Mm. So exercise, don't be a soldier.
Oh my God! No, we need soldiers.
Definitely.
We need soldiers, and we need cats.
I'm glad we have them because I
Yeah.
don't want to be one.
True, that's true. Thanks to all the soldiers out there.
Nude Mood supports the troops.
Yeah. I think we're gonna wrap it.
All
Thanks. Thank you, Brian. Thanks, Sal,
right. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
for being on Doug Talks. And I bid you a good rest of your day.